Howdy folks, hope you're all having a good one, and welcome back to Pacific Drive, where, since the last video, I've been out into the zone scavenging, come back with some resources, and I've unlocked some new stuff. As well as completely fitting the car out with steel panels and doors, although this door is a bit beaten up. But rather than using repair putty on it, and wasting precious resources to make that repair putty, I'm going to use this new piece of equipment, the matter regenerator. This is very probably one of the most useful things you can make. There's the damaged steel door panel, but inside the matter regenerator there's this steel door panel that is 100% repaired. Things that you put into the matter regenerator repair themselves over the course of your next visit out into the zone. So rather than using repair materials to fix stuff up, you just keep a set of spares and keep rotating them through the matter regenerator. You go out in a fully repaired car, you come back in a beaten up car, you take those beaten up panels and doors, you put them into the matter regenerator. It repairs them for free while you're out in the zone, and then when you come back, the freshly beaten up stuff can be replaced with the stuff that's just been repaired in the matter regenerator. The only downside is that anything that goes into the matter regenerator isn't repaired instantly. You have to embark on a trip into the zone, and then when you come back, anything in the matter regenerator is fully repaired. It's a massive saving on repair resources, because it just, well, basically repairs everything for free. That's not all that I've unlocked. While we're here, it's time for these summer tyres to go. They have served me very badly, and they're now due to be upgraded at long last with the amazing off-road tyres. I've made a bunch of them. I've stripped off the old summer tyres, which I'll pop into the matter deconstructor to salvage the rubber. The rubber's always useful, but it's time to fit this bad boy out with a full set of off-road tyres. They're not as good on roads as summer tyres, but there aren't many roads in the zone in the first place, and they're all right on roads. You know, they're not bad on roads, they're just not as good as summer tyres. Off-road, however, as the name would suggest, well, just you wait. As far as other car upgrades are concerned, I've got a side-mounted battery instead of the side floodlights that just drained power, whereas, you know, battery, good. The side storage rack on this side, and the lightning rod, which doesn't protect me from getting the car shocked. But if the car's going to get shocked anyway, this will at least help to recharge the battery. And after some quick remodelling with some horribly tasteless gold paint, I now have some insulated panelling on the car as well, which will protect me from electrical shocks, or at least improve my electrical damage resistance. But now, it's time for the mid-zone crossing. Unfortunately, the only way to the mid-zone crossing is through a number of zones that are not experiencing particularly good conditions. Although the mid-zone crossing itself is experiencing perpetual stability, so that's good, I guess. It's just the zones that I have to drive through in order to get there that are not. So the first zone that I have to drive through on the way to the outer zone doesn't appear to be that bad, but the junction conditions here include what's known as anchor obfuscation. It appears that there are a whole bunch of stable anchors that I could recover in this place to grab some anchor energy. But if you have a look at the GPS, the location on the GPS of those stable anchors keeps changing. There's no way of accurately being able to tell in a zone suffering from this condition where those stable anchors actually are. So there's potentially a huge amount of stable energy that I could be harvesting on the way through this zone. It's just, I don't know where any of the anchors are. Fortunately, I don't have to rely on collecting anchor energy in order to open a portal to get out, because there's a stable exit here. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh no, the car got shocked. On the bright side, since I do have a lightning rod, that did recharge my battery a little. And I have almost double the battery capacity now with that side-mounted spare. However, I appear to be going the wrong way to head to that stable exit to get through to the next part of the zone. We're going to have to off-road it, but I do have the new off-road tyres. Well, I don't have to off-road it, but I know that there's an electrical hazard by the road and the way I just came, and there's one coming through the woods here as well, so easy does it. Bypass that. Bypass the other hazard by going off-road and uphill. Now, previously, with the spare tyres and the summer tyres, this would have been a bit of a chore, but the off-road tyres are absolutely amazing. They just give you so much grip. I mean, of course they do, that's what they're for, but the difference is incredible. Normally I would have been slipping and sliding all over the place on crude tyres and summer tyres. Oh, this is really bad. This is really bad. It's a trap. Oh, don't hit the... Oh, shit. Yeah, the glittering boulders accelerating. Managed to avoid smashing into anything there, though, and I got out of... Well, some shock tourists to the head as well. Shock tourists aren't that bad, just don't drive between them. I mean... the difference with the off-road tyres is just amazing. I would have been slipping and sliding all over the place with the summer tyres and the spare tyres, and anytime you try to go up a slight incline while off-road on those tyres, you just lose traction completely and start sliding back down. But not with the off-road tyres. They are incredible. Oh, a minute, man. No, get right. Oh, bollocks. No. Yeah. Nobody saw that, right? There are a lot of electrical hazards in the outer zone, which, you know, I'm reasonably well prepared to handle. I do have the lightning rod. I have some electrical resistance paneling on the car, so I'm not taking nearly as much damage from electrical hazards. Those, I mean, I really, really love to be able to pick up some stable energy on the way through here, because while I don't need it to get out of this zone does have a stable exit. I do need the stable energy to unlock additional upgrades. And I might need it to get out of, well, wherever it is I end up. I just can't rely on the GPS to tell me where these anchors are. The tower here. Let's have a look-see. Dumpster with some stuff. I finally figured out you can press T, by the way, to transfer all resources from one container to another. Right, we only need an impact hammer for this. There we go. What's in here? Oh, there's a matter converter up ahead. Drop a flare, so, well, I mean, I can see what I'm doing, but for the benefit of you watching on YouTube, I realise things do get pretty dark in here. Right, let's see what this thing converts. Transmuter. Looks like it turns cloth into copper wire. That seems like a fairly good trade, but I'm reasonably sure I didn't bring an awful lot of cloth with me. I mean, fabric is easy to come by. You'll end up with way more than you can possibly use. So something like this that converts fabric into something that's actually kind of useful, copper wire, that's good. Oh, there's some fabric here actually. I wonder if I had enough. Because it's usually not a 1-for-1 conversion rate. So let's dump whatever fabric I have. And 5 fabric in, 1 copper wire, no spare fabric. So it's a 5-to-1 conversion rate. Seems a bit excessive, but at the same time that's actually not a bad trade. It's a shame I don't have any more fabric. Oh well. Let's dump everything into storage. Oh no, I forgot to empty out the trunk. The trunk's full of crap that should have gone into storage the last time I came back from the zone. Oh, this could be a problem. Alright, anyway. Let's move on. So, I've got one more zone that I need to pass through in order to get to that mid-zone crossing. Unfortunately, and there's no real way around it, it is suffering from extreme junction conditions, including eerie darkness, shocking speed, and swift storms. Eerie darkness sounds really bad, but it just means that the zone is darker than usual. so I'm going to be relying on my headlights a lot, and visibility won't be great. The swift storm, however, is the bit that concerns me, because a zone suffering from the swift storm instability means that those instability storms happen a lot more often and they move a lot faster. And I'm going to have to go through this zone because there's no way around it to get to the mid-zone junction crossing. Oh well, fortune favours the brave and all that. So, this is what eerie darkness looks like, and this, by the way, is with the headlights on, so yeah. It's the swift storm, though, that concerns me. That's the stable exit to the mid-zone crossing, that's where I need to go. And there are two sources of stable energy in this zone. One of them's on the way, the other isn't. I mean, I'm gonna try to pick them both up on the way through here, but if the swift storm starts closing in, I might not have any choice but to get the hell out. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, I didn't have the headlights on. Those were the lights from the junction behind me, which is now shutting down, so I can't go back the way I came. Eerie darkness and heavy fog is a nasty combination. Because even in broad daylight, if there's heavy fog, you turn your headlights on and all it does is make the fog glow back at you. It doesn't really help you see where you're going. That, plus eerie darkness, would be really bad. Fortunately, we don't have those conditions here. I think I might be experiencing a bit of a glitch with these headlights, by the way. Oh, there's some light radiation outside as well. Notice when I turn the wheel, the headlights start to flicker. Oh, spike puddle up ahead. Don't want to drive over that and ruin my brand new off-road tyres. Oh, crap. Dust bunnies. Do radiation damage to the car. I have to get out and knock them off. They'll do radiation damage to me as well, of course, but, you know, that's a... Ow! Oh, these little bastards. Right. Minor hazard, as hazards go. Some damage to the car, of course, which isn't great. Have I actually scanned these things? I have. Dust bunnies, yes. Okay. So I already have them in the logbook. No problem. No storm closing in yet on the map. And I do like how the location of the stable anchors on this map are nice and clearly defined. Oh, and I've just noticed the right rear door has a problem. Oh, I have to take a right turn here. I mean, I could keep going on and try to collect that first source of stable anchor energy, but it's taking it out of the way. Oh, and of course, heavy, well, I don't know, it looks kind of, is this heavy? This is heavy radiation. Well, I don't have a lot of choice. This is the way I have to go. I just have to drive through it. All of this radiation damage, however, it's not doing the car any good. The passenger side door is completely buggered, and that's the zone alarm. I can hear the zone alarm. The zone's closing in. Ah, shit. Yep, here it comes. So not going after that first source of stable anchor energy was probably a good idea. I might not even have time. Oh, what is going on with these headlights? You noticed every time I turn the wheel, the headlights flicker and die. Which is really bloody annoying when you're trying to navigate off-road in pitch darkness. God damn you, game. I might not have time. I mean, there's a source of stable energy on the way to the exit. And I'd love to pick it up, but I might not have time. Depends how quickly this zone closes in. Yeah, this eerie darkness is, and the terrible quality of the roads is not doing me any favours here. The front passenger door is completely wrecked and is going to have to be fixed, but, you know, not now. And the rear passenger side door has developed some kind of problem, a crack or whatever. I'm going to have to... It's going to need to be fixed. Just not right now. I'm trying to get the hell out of here before the zone closes in and kills me. It's not that much further. Oh, great, there's an airstrip. And what is that? It's an anchor. It's red. It's not orange. Oh, dust bunnies. Okay, I'll probably have time. Looks like the dust bunny's missed the car, but is what? I don't recognise an unstable anchor. I've never seen an unstable anchor before. I'm going to have this. Is this my first unstable energy? You know, we'll worry about that when we get back to the garage. Let's just get the hell out of here. I don't think I have any choice other than to drive through the airstrip. Actually, the zone's not closing in that quickly. I'll put the car into drive. I forgot to put it in the park when I parked. Alright, we're just going to go through the airstrip, but nice and slowly. There we go. Easy does it. Didn't take too much damage coming back down. And now let's get out. I don't want to find out what happens when this zone fully closes in, because it won't be good. Oh, there's a trailer up ahead though, and with a working plasma jet. No, focus, Jingles, get out. Oh, that's bad. There's a wriggling wreck in the middle of the road. Oh, no. Oh, shocking speed. Yeah, that's the other zone condition. When you get shocked, you suddenly start going a lot faster. And that drove me right into... Oh. Yeah, a lot of these zone conditions in themselves, they're not that bad. It's the combinations that will get you. Shocking speed and eerie darkness. You don't see the electrical hazards until it's too late to avoid them, and then they propel you off into, well, the middle of things that you can't see coming because eerie darkness. But hey, I've made it. This is the exit. I am going to need to stop and take care of this car though. I've got 3 basically busted components. One of the doors has developed some kind of fault. The headlights are stuffed, the bumper's stuffed, the bonnet is stuffed. I'm going to be going through a lot of repair putty, and whatever tools are going to be required to fix that right rear door as well. So, we've made it to the wall crossing. Zone conditions, perpetual stability. I like the sound of that. I do not like the look of the damage the car's taken though, so let's have a look. I don't know how much repair putty I brought. Oh, I didn't bring any repair putty. I've got a spare headlight though. Might be a good idea to just swap the headlight out rather than... because I'm going to have to make some repair putty. But let's get the car refueled first, since we're down to half a tank. Always carry a spare fuel tank. Uses a fair amount of space, but it's invaluable. Right, so let's check out the damage. Ah, yes, of course. No, I did bring repair putty. All of my tools I put into the side storage compartment. So I'm not a complete numbskull. Right, we're going to get this insulated panel fixed up. This gives me electrical damage resistance. Let's see what's the most badly damaged. Oh, the driver's side door is pretty buggered as well. My bumper. It does tend to pay to focus on repairs to stuff at the front of the car first, because, you know, particularly the front bumper, because that's where you're logically going to take the most damage. I've got 1 dose of repair putty left, and I think this panel needs it more than my driver's side door. So that's the worst of the damage taken care of. It's not all of the damage. These headlights are pretty stuffed as well. They're both in equally bad condition. I do have a spare headlight. I can just replace one. Let's take a look at the damage. So headlights, yeah. The driver's door, yeah. But there's also a fault with this steel door panel, and it is cracked. So I need a sealing kit. Do I have? Don't have a sealing kit. Can I make a sealing kit? Oh wait, I do have a sealing kit. It's in the trunk. Right, okay, so we can fix that. That should also repair the door. Yep, it's also repaired the damage as well as fixed the condition, so that's good. Let's use the sealing kit, of course. I think we're just going to have to carry on with the... Oh, and it's only the 2 front headlights and the driver's door that are damaged. We'll be fine. So, that's my objective. The expansion wall, I have to get through it. Well, ain't gonna get through it by sitting here. Car's as repaired as it can be. I mean, I might have more resources in the trunk to actually make some repair putty, but this is fine. And it looks like a reasonably clear road. Oh, spy an anchor up ahead. Things are quiet. Because they might not stay quiet once I rip up the anchor, but... well, what's that by the right hand side? Is that a... It's like a... Oh, it's a spark tower. Okay. Well, stay away from it, obviously. I'm going to park up here. Now, remember, when you rip up these anchors, things might happen. Not necessarily good things. No. I'm expecting the spark tower on the other side of the road to go crazy, but yeah, nothing happened. Okay, good. So we got some energy. That seemed suspiciously easy. Be careful not to drive into the spark tower on the way through, of course. That would be bad. It's not like I need the battery charge from the lightning rod, and I could do without taking any more damage. Oh, there's a trailer over there. Yep. Oh, there's a dumpster. Alright, we'll take a look. I really, really, really wish I'd remembered to clear out the trunk on my return to the garage from my last trip into the zone. Because I could find all kinds of good shit here and just not have the storage capacity to take it. There's some paints, a whole bunch of useful stuff. Let's see if there's anything actually inside the trailer. Gonna need a light. Only have road flares at the moment, but road flares are not difficult to come by. I'm gonna have to pry bar this lock open. Specifically here, I'm looking for chemicals in the hazardous materials lockers. There we go, chemicals. I can now make repair putty. Fantastic. Right, anything else in? One of the crate. You know what? I don't care. I've got chemicals. It's all good. Oh wait, there's a locker in the corner, which has basically nothing in it. Fine. I've got chemicals. I can make repair putty. I'm happy. It would have been nice if there was a working plasma generator I could salvage the plasma from, but I've got chemicals. I can make repair putty. It's all good. Right, let's move on. Jingles, why didn't you salvage the car? Because I couldn't be bothered. Also, my storage is almost full. There's a lot of wrecks on the road though. Decent source of scrap, copper wiring, rubber. What a waste. You know what, no sense in crying about it. Ooh, that's a lot of tourists. Yeah, I want to avoid them. That is a lot of tourists. You know what? I think I'm going to clear the road. So, where are my flares? There we go. Light the flare, toss it into the tourists. The flare has to be lit or it won't do anything. And there we go. That's what I was hoping for. Well, one, clear the road, and two, thermosap crystals. Well, a thermosap crystal. This is by far the least efficient way of harvesting thermosap crystals, because you don't always get a thermosap crystal from an exploding tourist. But here in the outer zone, it's the only way of harvesting thermosap crystals. They're a crafting component for stuff that you're going to need later on. Well, you need it now, you just can't get it until later on. That other anchor is just over there in the woods. Probably worth investigating. Check out how well these off-road tyres perform. Can you imagine trying to drive up a slope like this on the spares, or the summer tyres? I mean, it's still struggling, but it just wouldn't have been possible on the old tyres. Off-road tyres are amazing. I mean, there it is, there's the anchor. Steel panelling and off-road tyres are the first two things that you should try to get upgraded when you're playing this game. Steel panelling doesn't actually have, at least I'm pretty sure it doesn't actually have any better damage resistance over the crude panelling that you start off with. It's just got more health, so the car can take more damage. And because the car can take more damage, and why am I getting stuck here? Because the car can take more damage, that means you can last longer before the car's protection is reduced to the level where it's no longer giving you any protection from external environmental hazards like radiation, acid, blah blah, and so on and so on. Alright, oh no, we're getting... Oh, I don't know what that is, but it's really bad. That's another hazard that... Oh, come on, let me back in the car. Basically, you drive over them and they blast you into the air. However, I'm having a bit of a slightly more serious problem. Thanks to the hitbox of the tower that I'm under, I can't actually get back into the car. Oh shit. However, this isn't a massive problem. For a small expenditure of anchor energy, you can teleport the car. So we're looking for a... There we go. For a spot you can actually warp it to. There it is. Which means I can now get into the car because I'm not blocked by the hitbox of the tower that the car was under. This is a thing that they put in, well, primarily, if the car gets flipped, which can happen, this is how you write it. You just warp it to a safe location, and it warps it the right way around. But if you're also stuck, as I was there, this is how you fix it. Also had the side benefit of getting me past all of those hazards without having to drive through them. Oh, hello. What are you? That's interesting. This is an Arda investigator. So it's the scientific agency that ran the zone. And the investigator trucks are always full of good stuff, which I can't carry because my backpack's full. And I can't empty my backpack because my trunk storage is full because I didn't empty out the trunk. I am such a fucking idiot. I'll take what I can. I was worried this was going to happen. The second I realised I hadn't emptied out the trunk before heading back into the zone. Oh, great, there's another one. Well, it's not another one, it's not an Arda investigator, it's a box truck, but box trucks are usually full of good stuff as well. What can I actually do about my storage? Oh yeah, I used my last repair putty, didn't I? What can I move around? Is there anything I can ditch? You know what? I'm going to use this to charge the battery up. The plasma charger. I don't know how to make plasma chargers. I collected this from somewhere. I don't remember where. I was hoping that would actually use the plasma charger up and free up some space, but it didn't. Still, transferred everything that I could transfer from the backpack into trunk storage. I'm going to eat some food because I did take a bit of radiation damage picking up those various different anchors. Right, the battery's fully charged. I've made some space. Let's have a look and see what's in the box truck. I know there's a gear in the Arda Investigator, but gears aren't difficult to get. Oh, there's another gear in here as well. Oh, and all kinds of decals and paints and... Well, I'll pick up what I can. Not sure I really want the decals though. Paints maybe. You can always scrap paints in the matter deconstructor and turn them into chemicals. And you need chemicals for repair putty, so I'll I'll take... It's not so much a question of what I can fit into the backpack, it's a question of what I can dump from the backpack into storage in order to have more space in the backpack to pick up more useful stuff later on. I think that's about it. Any space in the trunk? Some. Yeah, that's going to have to do. And all things considered, it could have been worse. That's not bad. Right. None of this, of course, is getting me any closer to the mid-zone crossing, which is not that far away. Okay, let's go. I knew the second I headed off on this drive and I realised I hadn't emptied out the trunk from the previous zone excursion, I knew this was going to come back to bite me in the arse. Well, looks like that's where we're going. Looks like we're going to have to off-road it a bit as well. Which is fine. Got the tyres for it now. What is that? That big round thing on the other side of the wrecked car. What is that? I have no idea what that is. There's some kind of red light up ahead though. That is the expansion wall. And that red light appears to be marking the tunnel that's going to take me into the expansion wall. And on the other side of that is the mid-zone, our destination, and where things are nowhere near as gentle as they have been here in the relatively benign and peaceful outer zone. What horrors await? Find out in the next episode of Pacific Drive. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I hope you're all having a great day, and as always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.